Hello everyone, Kent Bresler here. I want to welcome you to Kent's Kidney Stories. During our time together over these podcasts, I'd like to discuss kidney disease. I'd like to tell you about my journey as a transplant patient, but also talk about dialysis, kidney donation, and just about anything else that might be of interest. Kent's Kidney Stories, podcast endorsed and sponsored by kidneysolutions.org. Good morning, everybody. This is Kent Bresler, and we're going to start a podcast. If you're in the group that comes in and listens to these podcasts, I really do appreciate it. And as you well know, we always start with a prayer. So let's get underway with it. Let's pray. Dearest Lord, our fears and concerns are many. We spend an awful lot of time worrying, a lot of time fearing what things are going to happen to us. But we know that if we rest upon you and put everything in your basket, everything will be okay. We ask that you look upon all of the folks out there that are searching for a kidney, or that are on the donor list or the kidney list or in the national list for finding a kidney. It's hard. This CKD, this kidney disease, is tough, and we just need your help. I want you to step into the lives of all of those folks that have kidney disease. And we ask you to look over us today as we travel and as we work, knowing that we love you sincerely. Amen. Okay, so this morning, I got this dude from Kerrville, Texas, and he's going to talk to me about our fun walk that we're having in April. And that's what we're going to talk about. Well, we might talk about something else too, because I just had a feeling that this would be a good time to talk to him. Jonathan Traylor, are you okay this morning?
I'm doing well, Kent. It's always a pleasure to do a podcast with you.
I've had enough trouble with the equipment this morning that, it'll be okay though. So, first of all, I want to thank you.
It happens.
Yeah, really. I want to thank you so much for being part of Kidney Solutions. Let me just start in the very, very beginning and tell you how much you've meant to the organization. You're the social media director, and dadgummit, everything comes off like clockwork with you. Bang, bang, bang. Every time I'm looking up, there's some of our folks on our waiting list that you're putting out there in the wide open spaces, so to speak. So, you know that we've spent a lot of time looking for funding for Kidney Solutions, and we don't put a lot of stock into it because we're going to do this anyway. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But we do.
Right.
We're getting faster, getting bigger. We have more patients coming in. Like just in January, to speak, we've had 18 admissions. So, it's
wow.
it's going pretty good, right? We're helping a lot of people, and you're part of this, and I love it.
Absolutely. No, it's a pleasure, Kent. I mean, any way that I can give back to Kidney Solutions after you guys done so much for me as a patient, providing mentorship, and then at the cost of free, which is an added bonus. But it's a huge blessing, especially when you're battling a chronic illness like chronic kidney disease and kidney failure, and dialysis, waiting for a transplant. It's huge. And what we want to do is continue to get the word out there. And I think we've done a good job about Kidney Solutions and getting our name out there, and people know who we are now.
Yeah,
and I think that's absolutely fantastic.
I agree. I've not the phone and the messaging and the emails just keep coming. It's never a day where I don't have some contact with some individual, whether, and from all over the country. I mean, now we're just not talking just, you know, Kerrville, Texas, and San
Right.
Antonio. It's everywhere. Just
Right.
name a state. We pretty well have either taken care of someone in that respect in those states, or we're pretty well versed all over everywhere. New York, New Jersey, out east, out west, a lot of California patients, a lot of Texas patients, and they all need one
Yep.
thing, and that's a kidney donor, and they're hard to come by. It's a tough job. Um,
It is. It is. And we utilize a lot of different resources to try to get them there with our flyers and getting out in the community. I still believe in the flyers as much as I do social media. And so those flyers, I think, help us. They are powerful. And if you get them in the right location and get them, before the right eyes, you never know who may donate a kidney to you. You just never know.
always said that you put them up, people will, if they can't do it or don't want to do it, they're going to say something about it. Oh, did you see this that hanging up at Walmart or wherever it was that they saw the poster? And I think
Right.
they work very well. Um, One of the things that we've had great difficulty with at Kidney Solutions is just garnering enough monetary or financial support to expand. It's not that we
Right.
want to expand. It's almost as if, because as we've grown, we almost are required to expand. And
Yep.
that takes money. Regardless of what you think or say about it, we still would like to operate a little more smoother and offer much, much more, but we don't have the funding to do that. We have no payroll.
Right.
We don't pay any, being a 501c, there's no taxes. We don't have any payouts other than what goes to the patient or in programs that go out to patients. All right. And that's what's
Right.
important. And that's what we're going to do this fun walk for. This will be what, our second annual?
Yeah, our second annual. And, I think walks are a great way to raise funding, but also awareness. And I think it's a great opportunity to get your name out there in the community as well. And I think it's good for the community to know that we are there for them. If you was to face chronic kidney disease or kidney failure, or maybe you're in need of a transplant, the community needs to know that we are available to them. And I think that having a walk in your community is a great way to not only spread awareness, but to fundraise as well. And there's a lot of people here in the community that are amazing that will donate to us. But, hey, if you come across this podcast and you want to be a part of that donation and help us out, you know what we're doing, you know what we're all about, feel free to drop us a line. We'd be glad to let you be a part of the donation process.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we've had a couple really nice uh, donors who kind of kicked us off, and I'm going to just mention them. I believe they don't want to be mentioned, but I'm going to do it anyway because this is my podcast, so I can do what I want. And one one of, one of them is Harvey and Carol Brinkman here in Kerrville, Texas. I won't tell you how much they've
Absolutely.
donated, but I can tell you it's five figures, and over the course of time, they are staunch supporters of Kidney Solutions. They believe in what we're doing. Another person who's been very gracious in her giving is Hannah Hurst from Alaska. She's a very close personal friend, and she just came to me and said, "Hey, I love what you're doing. I just happened to catch it, and my dad told me about it, and she said I really enjoy what you guys are doing. I think it's great." And she has dropped three donations on us over the last year that I didn't expect, and she she really made my heart swell to know that she's just given, and she believes in what we're doing. So
That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you
yeah,
so much. That's
Hannah and
amazing.
Carol, yeah, if they this whole process, when you have people that believe in what you're doing, okay, and I say
Mhm.
the kidney solutions do it makes it a lot easier. And that,
Right.
you know, this idea of having to raise money, it's foreign to me. It's always been foreign to me. You know, in later years in life, it's gotten much more foreign to me. I don't like to ask for money, but if we're going to operate, we're going to need it. And we're kind of coming up with all kinds of ideas that we can think of. But I wanted also to throw out the fact that we received a huge donation from James Avery Craftsman here in town. That was just
Absolutely.
absolutely mind-boggling.
Huge.
Yeah, $20,000
Huge.
grant from them.
Yeah.
All right, and
Amazing.
can you imagine $20,000 just for our little organization here in little old Podunk, Kerrville, Texas? Right?
Right.
So
Incredible.
yeah,
Thank you, James Avery.
thanks, James Avery, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Amazing.
yeah, so I think what's interesting about this whole walk is last year we did it and it was a little bit nippy to start with, but we were disorganized and we'll be disorganized this year. But I tell you what, we did very well and we had a good time. We had a
Yep.
lot of people there. A
Yeah.
lot of people volunteer for this thing and starting now and it's getting bigger,
Hmm.
but it what are the sponsorships? Can you remember? I got a little cheat sheet here uh, that can help us. We
So
have a sponsor levels.
yeah, so the sponsorships start at $100, and I believe that $100 donation will get your name on the back of your our T-shirt that everyone gets, for the walk. And I believe that's
That's an
correct me if I'm
individual.
wrong. Can,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
individual
individual.
donation. Yeah.
Yeah, individual. And so that's a good starting point. If someone wanted to donate
Night.
to get your name on the back of the T-shirt.
You don't have to do that to come to the walk, though. That's what's interesting.
Oh no, the walk
Walk's
is
free.
completely free. Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of like we have a saying around kidney solutions: if it's free, if it's not us. So you know what? We do everything pretty much straightforward and we're all about donations and grants, so that's good. Yeah, then we have three business levels,
right.
okay? Um and that the lowest and this is actually for businesses or entities that would like to donate and they can do this online, right?
Absolutely. Go to kidneysolutions.org and you'll find the tab over on our. There's a tab there that you should be able to find the Fun Walk
Yeah,
and
QR code.
click there. There's a QR code. You can
Yeah.
scan that, or there's a link there to get you right to where you need to be to donate, and you can donate right on the website. No problem.
And you don't have to show up, you can do a virtual walk.
You can do a virtual walk at your own pace. Walk as far as you want. You want to do 10 miles? That's on you.
Yeah. It's not on me, that's for sure. 'Cause okay, so
uh,
the different levels like they're um $250 is the get in for the businesses, you know.
mhm.
And that's a logo on the back of the t-shirt and that's it's a big thing. T-shirts you know.
Well, sure, and that gets you some exposure, some marketing there to with the T-shirt, and get you people. Other companies will see that you're helping out Kidney Solutions, so that's a great way for a business to get their name out there.
Yeah, and it increases your wardrobe. You can wear it anywhere. It's not just a it's not
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. It's another thing to hang in your closet, and when you really want to get out in the public, you put it on. I
Sure,
was I
absolutely.
I wear all mine over a long sleeve shirt because I'm cold all the time, so I just throw it over my t-shirt over my shirt. So there you
Yep,
go. Then
whatever
we have a
works.
$500 level too.
Then we have $500 level, and I believe our top level is $1,000. So
Exactly.
what all's included with the 500?
On the 500, it's interesting. They get a place at table, and like Kerrville Medical Supply, another great sponsor for us, and they're great.
Absolutely.
They're the Steve Ibarra, who was transplanted last year, was at the first annual, and they come and set up a booth, and they give a lot of information for patients, not only just for kidney patients, but for, you know, anybody
Right.
in the community that needs medical supplies, and we'd love to have them, and it's great. They come in, and so you can set that table up, you know, and then
Yep.
you also get on the back on the T-shirt and
Yep.
your logo.
It's a great way for you to set up your table and explain what your business is all about, to all the people that'll show up for the walk. And mind you, it's at Shriner, so
Yeah.
you never know who may, Shriner University here in Kerrville. You never know who might be out walking around or who may be at the college that may want to come over and check out, what you have to offer there. So
What
it's
a
a great way
beautiful
to market your
segue.
business.
What a beautiful segue. That's nice to tell them where it's at, right?
Yeah,
we're,
absolutely.
we're having our walk at Schreiner University in Kerrville, Texas, and that's on April 13th. So starts at
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Yep. It's the Saturday after the big eclipse that's happening
Yeah,
right here in Kerrville, Texas,
yeah,
of
you,
all places.
yep.
And
Gonna be a big weekend, and then the following weekend, then people just
yep.
roll into this community. I can't believe how many. When I first came to town, I could go through one stoplight on the way to work, and now, you know,
Yeah.
you complained about having to wait for two lights just to get through the intersections. There's a lot of people coming to town. Weekends are very busy. Lots of
Oh
things
yeah.
going on. So
Yeah.
lots of things.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then the top sponsorship is a grand, $1,000,
Hmm.
and that allows you to place the table at the registration site. You get your name on the back of a T-shirt, and then our good friends at Rev FM, Ryan and
Hmm.
Ryan is going to be there, and you get some mention on Rev TV or Rev
Yeah.
Radio, excuse me.
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit. How Ryan uh, got started in this and everything. He's starting to really shine up to us. We love him. So give us a little background on him.
Well, Ryan is a fellow kidney warrior, kidney transplant recipient, and he just so happens to be a radio DJ. Him and his wife Kim are well known in the community. They get involved and they do a lot of great things in the community. And so definitely they wanted to get involved, obviously, with Kidney Solutions and help us out. And so, Ryan has a good connection there at Mike FM, and he's a really cool guy. I don't know, I can't podcast it with him, so you can go back a couple of episodes and listen to Ryan's incredible
What a
story.
story.
Yeah, he's got an incredible kidney story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just so happens to be a really nice guy. And he's helping us out. We're going to do some radio advertising, which is going to be huge. Going to get our name out there in the community, going to get the word out about the walk. And, it's amazing when you connect with the right people, Kent, what you can do and accomplish. And I think we made a great connection with Ryan and Kim
No,
for sure.
Kim. Yeah, Kim. Ryan's very fortunate to have her along for the ride.
Oh, yeah.
Their marriage has
Yep.
been pretty darn strong, and he's been pretty darn sick, and he's just done a fantastic job in the community. You can't get anybody better on your side when you need help spreading the word. He has his own radio show also too. I mean,
Yeah.
he has
Yep.
one
In
in the
the afternoon.
morning, yeah, and in the afternoon he has it, and he pulls a lot of people in to talk about what they're doing within the community and how it grows.
Yep.
And yeah, you probably out there don't have any idea how important that is, but and you probably don't know that much about Kerrville, Texas, but I'm going to tell you, it's a really, really great little city. And when you have people like Ryan and Kim working it, it makes it a whole lot better to live in. And it's just a great place to be. If you can come to the walk, that's great. But if not, do it virtually, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's pretty much the sponsorships. We've got those lined out. So what else do you think is pertinent here to the story? Is there anything that we're leaving out?
Well, I think it's important to remember that, when you face chronic kidney disease, kidney failure, and you don't know about an organization like Kidney Solutions, you're kind of out there by yourself, and you're kind of hanging out there kind of alone. At least I know I was. And when Kent came along and met me at the local Denny's,
Which is now closed.
I had no idea. I had no idea what to expect when I met Kent. And I've said this before. I told my wife, I said, I don't know what to expect. I said, if you don't hear back from me, in about 30 minutes, you might want to go ahead and call the law and make sure I'm okay. Because I didn't know what to expect. But after I met Kent, I knew I was in good hands. And I truly believe it was fate. And, the mentorship, and Kent was calling me all the time. But the help that I received from Kidney Solutions was unmatched, and it came at the right time. And the fact that there was no charge was and just a weight lifted off my shoulder. And we want to have this as a repeat experience for other patients. Though, if someone gets diagnosed with kidney disease or kidney failure in our local community and outside of our local community, because we've grown so much. We want people to know that, hey, we need to call Kidney Solutions. We want to be a household name where people know automatically, hey, you got to get a hold of Kent and Jonathan, whoever, and get a hold of these guys and get involved with Kidney Solutions, and they're going to help you. And they're the charge is absolutely free. They're going to help you. And I think that is something that we have to remember, and that's one of the main reasons why we want to make sure we're active in the community here locally, that people will know that Kidney Solutions is here for them.
We had offer several services through Kidney Solutions. Not only these podcasts, I try to podcast as many people, kidney patients, as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of it's been a blessing to me. And I know you do some podcasting too, and it's great. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that really sets us apart at Kidney Solutions is we're not donor hunters. We want you to find a donor. We want to be part of that process, and we help you to do that. But we're more of a mentoring organization. In other words, we like to start the process by getting to know you and getting you involved with us as a family. And then we're there with you to try to help you find a donor, living donor, because that's our focus is living donations. But we
Sure.
don't say no to anybody. Dialysis patients are welcome. Please, call.
Yeah.
And then we're there on the day they get transplanted virtually, or now with COVID being over, we can, start making trips down to be with family while they wait during the transplant.
Sure.
But I think the biggest thing that we offer is the ability to follow the patient afterwards and help them keep their kidney. to be able to be there and provide some education. But it's just really nice to know you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I missed a dose of medication yesterday. What do I do about it?
Right,
There's questions that come up, and you can't always get to the transplant programs. They're very, very busy. Number one, and you usually get a call back. They say within 24 hours. Sometimes that doesn't come, but we're always here. And
right,
we've set up a mentoring organization within the confines of Kidney Solutions, where we have actual patients who have been transplanted and are now giving back, that take a group of patients and work with them just like I do. So
right.
it makes it a lot easier to get to more people. We're not going to get to everybody, of course. We're small, but we're growing to a point where mentoring is the most beneficial thing, I think, to the patients. What do you think?
Oh, 100%. And also, I want to include the Monday night all kidney support group.
Yeah.
I mean that support group was so impactful, especially early on, like because I had no education in chronic kidney disease, or I got hit literally by blindsided by a truck by chronic kidney disease, and a lot of you out there already know my story. You can go back and listen to podcasts and find out, but I won't go into it. But it's the support group, knowing that you're not alone, because there's other patients there as well, and to find out that you're not alone in this battle, and there's other people that are just like you in the same boat, same situation. And and then you've got educators that come in and educate you on the disease, and other warrior stories that are in there. It's bar none. It's There's nothing to compare to it, and the fact that we get to have that for free for patients, I think, is incredible. It's an incredible asset to our organization.
We haven't thrown out Shannon's name here, Shannon
Oh,
Mulroy,
yeah,
and I slap me, bang me on the bald head. I have, and I'm sorry that we haven't mentioned her, but Shannon is our donor advocate. Um,
yeah, huge
she
asset,
she
huge.
I mean she is all in.
Yeah,
She has been a donor. Both her and her husband gave indirect donors
yeah,
at altruistic donor type situations, and their daughter has FSGS,
right,
very profound FSGS, and she's very knowledgeable about family. She's very knowledgeable about donations because she's done it. And the biggest thing about her is that she doesn't work with donors. She works with everybody. If
right.
you call in and get her on the phone, she's gonna talk your ear off about kidney disease. She get the
Yeah.
starts with the right one and goes over your ears are gone by the time you finished with her, because she wants you to know the whole story. All right, she wants
Yeah.
you to know how important it is to be a donor.
I mean, her services are invaluable as well. I mean, she's amazing. And the fact that we have someone that you can speak to if you have questions about possibly potentially wanting to be a living kidney donor, what better person to talk to than a living kidney donor? And she's an incredible person. Her and her husband, they're heroes. And
As far as I'm concerned.
the fact that they're working with Kidney Solutions is huge. And so, yeah, shout out to Shannon for her services and what she's providing to Kidney Solutions. It's amazing.
Can you imagine what would happen if when we finalized this talk and we hadn't mentioned her? How far do you think I'll tell you what, there'd have been a contract out on both of us. And I
Yeah.
know who'd have been paying the contractor too on that deal. So,
Well, if we're shouting out people, let's also shout out Marilyn,
oh
who handles
golly.
our website. And I mean, our website is by itself is is such an asset. I mean, that's where we get all the information for the patients, and there's so much information there on that website. And we wouldn't have it if it wasn't for Marilyn and her dedication. So,
Marilyn's background has been kidneys her whole life. She started with a national organization as a coordinator, and then developed a Texas Kidney Foundation and built it up to what it is. And
mm,
and she got in contact with us at Kidney Solution wanting to do something. We thought, well, we really would like to have her run the whole thing, but she was retired, and she's literally done everything on that website, right?
yep,
I can't even begin to explain. And she's kept us out of trouble. She said, no,
yep,
no, 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 or yeah, 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 but it's never no for sure. She's always willing to help you and make this thing go. She believes in it profoundly. And
right,
I'm just so happy to have her. Just really happy. So if
absolutely.
when we're sending out plaudits, we better talk about James Myers. James Myers is what do you say about James Myers? One of the most prolific advocates for kidney disease that I've ever been friends with, and he runs a program called Kidney Stories on Friday evenings that we sponsor, and he's been all in with Kidney Solutions. Couldn't do it without him.
Yeah, there's nobody out there like Uncle Jim. Nobody
Mm-mm,
out there. Uncle
mm-mm.
Jim is one of a kind. And, I met him last year at the NKF when we met there in Washington. And he was exactly like what I thought he would be. He was just a very kind individual. And it was really great to meet him in person. And he's an amazing advocate and a good friend. And he's a good person to have on your side. So you definitely want to connect with Uncle Jim Myers.
And then we're going to miss somebody. I hope not. I hope we're not going to miss anybody. But we've got Jason Nunez, who has been very active with Kidney Solutions. Also, he's been doing a lot of the.
Absolutely.
He's been the act chief engineer for Kent's Kidney Stories for forever. How long I've been doing this, I don't know how long, but he does everything, all the artwork and everything for Kent's Kidney Stories.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. I mean,
No, you can't.
this guy, his background is all kidney. He's had a kidney transplant, a living donor transplant that we worked with him to find that donor, which was great. But he did a lot of it by himself, and just tremendous amount of work to find a donor. And he was in the paired exchange, I mean, during COVID, pretty close to COVID, and it was to have him around. He's great. I mean, he's just kind of like, yeah, you two guys are in this same bowl. We're mixing it up with the both of you. They, there's just nothing he won't do for us. He just
Yeah.
always in the picture, right? And he
Yeah.
works full time like you do. And I mean, come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
how do you thank somebody like that?
Yeah. We came into Kidney Solutions right around the same time. I think there's a few
Absolutely.
months,
Mm-hmm.
but I just seen shout out to Jason and congratulations on 4 years post transplant. I mean,
Yep. Yeah.
4 years has passed by that quick. That's amazing.
Yep.
And I know he's faced other obstacles and
Oh,
on his journey, but he's an amazing individual and a great podcast engineer, obviously, and he does great things. And I'm really glad to have him aboard with us on Kidney Solutions. Absolutely,
and then there's the one and only Bruce James Who Kraft,
yeah.
53
President of
years.
the board,
54 years transplanted from a transplant from his sister.
right?
54 years. And he is the president of the board of Kidney Solutions. And
Yeah,
he and Joe Carroll and Manny and Dr. Norgan and Dr. Chica. And our plans are to expand that now. We're going to be welcoming Jonathan in to the board, and we're looking for three more, probably two to three more people to get on the board and get active with us because we need more structure in the board and more evidence that they're going to work real hard to make this an entity. All right,
Right,
so
right. A shout out to our board and Bruce is a huge asset. I mean, we couldn't do our walk. We couldn't do what we do without him. And Bruce does a lot of work in the background. You'll probably never see his face.
now
Unless
that's kind of a good thing. It's like that's why we're doing this thing radio because I'm the same way. I got a face for radio, so
Yeah, I'm sure he will appreciate that if he hears this. But
well, he'll listen to it, I'm sure, because you'll get a critique on this. You can bet on it.
yeah, but it's amazing that we have a strong board and Bruce leading the board. He's definitely a great asset to Kidney Solutions. Absolutely.
So let's do a summation of all of this information. So we're having a kidney walk. It's
Yes,
called the
sir.
FunD walk. And all the funds go into Kidney Solutions operational, which includes patients. Okay. It's
Right.
an operational fund, one that has no restrictions. It allows us to do some extraordinary things that aren't, you know, part of the part of the package. But it always is focused on the patient. So this walk is going to be held at Schreiner University in Kerrville, Texas on April 13th. That's a Saturday, April 13th. And the registration starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. You want to come a little early? Probably be a taco or two around, but just come a little early. Sign up and then do the walk and then hang. We'll have hopefully some personalities there. We don't know who's going to show up this year. It's only the second time around, and you never know.
Right.
We may
Right.
even have the mayor or something. Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be fantastic.
Okay, and then give us an idea if somebody wants to be a sponsor. Tell us about the sponsor roles. You don't have to give the dollar amounts, but how does a person get a sponsorship? How did they become a sponsor for the walk?
They can easily contact us at me or you, or just go to the website, kidneysolution.org, and there's a lot of information there. But if you're interested, you can always contact me, Jonathan Trailer. I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook, so you can easily find me, and we can definitely get you hooked up with being a sponsor. It's a real super easy process. It's not a long, enduring, lengthy process. We can get you right in there. It's a simple sign a form or whatever, and we can get you in there real quickly. No problem.
Phone number is 830-370-3028. That's 830-370-3028. And then my number, you can also call me, is 830-285-2140.
Yep.
Well, Jonathan, I don't see how in the world we possibly could have missed anything, but I'm sure we did. And I guess that's probably where we should wrap it up. Being Friday, I know you need to get to work. And I know I've got a list a mile long for Catherine this morning from Catherine, so we'll get started on that.
Well, I
And
just want to say it was a pleasure to podcast with you again, and it's a pleasure to be a part of Kidney Solutions. So thanks, Ken.
here's something else, Jonathan. Let me tell you, we're you just have to be part of this. You have kidney disease. It's a different kind of family that we're in. We are special because we take it seriously, right? Helping others is part of Kidney Solutions mantra. We spend a tremendous amount of time with patients. The things that you don't see in statistics are numbers, but we've served enough people now to know that the service is not only free, but it's essential. Some people would not have done as well as they have. And that's not to say that the donor part of it isn't very, very serious also. We have lost 7 people over the course of time with kidney solutions that didn't get a chance to find a donor or that died prematurely on dialysis. And when you think about that and you're listening to this, the thought should be in your mind, what would it actually take for me to become a donor? That's an easy thing to do. You just call us at Kidney Solutions and we'll walk you through it confidentially. Everything we do is confidential. We don't talk around. We don't send out information to people about people. Our main focus is making sure that the patient gets the needed support. And we'll do it for the life, for as long as we're around, or till, I guess the old saying is, till hell freezes over. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take care of that patient,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so regardless of your color, your race, just make one thing for certain, that we're here at Kidney Solutions and we're going to be here. We're going to stay here and we're going to help you. We'll be here till the end. And as we say, you have to fire us to get rid of us. Okay. And that's not going to happen. So
That's right.
let me just praise you for listening. And if you do, would you please subscribe and you please share this? Let's get it out so people understand what's going on in the kidney world. We're just a little part of it. Boy, we're making big strides.
Absolutely. And can I just say one thing, Kent?
Certainly.
I want everybody out there to keep breathing.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that.
Uh,
That's how we end these podcasts, folks. So it's it's a great story. We'll talk about it some other time. But sign up, be a virtual walker, or come up and show up for the walk. And keep breathing.